Hello friend, today we are going to start DOM in JavaScript. Okay, now this is the formal definition. The full form of DOM is nothing but document object model, and it is used to add, delete, change and manipulate the content of HTML and CSS. Okay, it is nothing but it is used to just target the element of the HTML tag and also change and update the CSS of that element. Okay, now after that we have some method to target our DOM. This is used to target by default all, and after that we can have this is to use in index format, and after that we can use document.element to get the element. If we want a head tag, then we use document.head. And if we want to know the title of the document, then we use title. And if we want to know the all tag of the HTML or body, then we use document.body. And similarly, want to know how many images, how many anchor tag, links, forms, and this is the starting of HTML5. That's why we provide exclamation mark doc type html. Okay, so it will tell you that, and after that we want to know the URL of the document, then we use document.url in uppercase. And if we want to know the base URI, then we can, it is similar like URL. Okay, it will return you like URL. Okay, now after that if we want to know the domain of that web page, then we can use document.domain. Now after that we discuss about most useful method to target DOM. Okay, now the first one is to get element by ID. Here we can provide the ID name of our tag. For example, if I have h1 tag here and I provide class, sorry, not class, here I provide ID equals to heading. Okay, you can provide any, then we can use this name to target this h1 tag. And similarly, if here I provide the class name, then we can use to target this h1. For example, I provide class. Okay, this is our class name heading, and if we provide here class name, then it will target our h1. And if we want to target any tag, we can use h1 tag, p tag, anchor tag, and so on, like image tag and so on. Now we will see how we can practically implement DOM in JavaScript. Okay, now we are going to practically implement DOM. For that we have to just I created an index.html page and then css.style.css, and after that we have script.js. Okay, in the script file we have not code anything yet, and I link these two files, style.css and script.js, in index file. First we link here in heading the style sheet, because I use in the same directory, that's why I just provide the name. If you using in different directory or different folder, then in that case you have to just use the path. And after that I link my script file at the end, because if you write in the beginning, that maybe some error you can face. Okay, so that's why to avoid this error I just use script in the last. Okay, here again provide the name.js, because I am using in the same folder. Okay, now after that I just use script, and then we provide where element, and after that just semicolon, and then element equals to document, and after that semicolon, and then I just use console.log, because in our website, this is our website that I designed. You can do the same. I will provide you the link Don't worry about the code. Okay, this is just a basic that we discuss in HTML and CSS tutorial. Okay, if you want that, I will provide you an I button. Okay, now just I have this code. That's why I cannot use document.write. That's why I use console dot log. Okay, now I just do the some error. Okay, I just use console dot log, and after that I provide element. And now let's say you can see nothing is happening here. Why? Because I use in console. I just right click and here going to the inspect, and after that going to the console. You can see by printing the document, here we use document, then it will print the whole our document. You can see if I just expand this here, or if I hover, you can see our whole document is selected. Here this is our HTML tag, then head tag, nothing is here because we have basic base. You can see in this title bar, and we have body. You can see all the document. If I hover and hover, you can get the all document HTML document with the help of document. Okay, now after that we have document.all. Because this is already deprecated, but I'll show you how we can use it. Just use document then all, and after that just save. You can see this line is here because it is deprecated. You can see. Okay, now we can see the list of array in the form of array. Okay, you can see we have list of array form. In index 0 we have HTML, index 1 we have heading, title, link, body, and header, class. Okay, if you want to target some particular, for example I want 5 index. Okay, I just use here this, and after that provide 5. Now let's say you can see heading is targeted. Now you can see if I hover, just you can see it is selected. Okay, now after that we have document, just removing this document element. Now let's say you can see all the element is loaded here, and after that we use document.head to load the heading in our console head. Now let's say you can see we have heading here, title and the link, because we have only these two things. That's why it shows us title and link only. And after that we have the document.title. Here if we want to know the title, it will return us the value. Now let's save. You can see basic web page, and here you can see basic web page. Okay, now after that we have body tag. You can use body. Now let's save. Okay, here we go. We can select the all body, and similarly if you want to expand, just use this. Okay, now after that we have image. If we want to know how many images we have, now let's say okay, we have two images, image 1 and image 2. If I hover here, okay, we can provide the index also. Let's do that. Just say they have only this image. The second one I hover. Okay, the length and width you can see. You can see the height and width of this image, and name of this image is this. Okay, now after that we have anchor, and I'll show you how many things we have. Okay, here you can see we have anchor tag, link tag, form tag, doc type, URL, base URL, URI, domain. You can find similarly. Okay, now we are going to use document.get element by id, and here we provide the element, here we provide the id name in single quote or double quote. And after that, let's see the id name. For example, I have list 1, list 2, list 3. Okay, now let's first use list 1, and now let's say, you can see we got the id L1 here. If I hover, you can see this is selected. Okay, now if you just use here a scroll, you can see we have within this list we have anchor tag, and after that get element by class name. Now elements and element, because you know that we can provide a single id to a single tag, but we can provide single class to multiple tags. That's why we get elements by class name. Okay, here we have s, because we can provide single class to multiple tags. Okay, now here we provide class name. For example, I choose nav. Here we provide nav. Now let's say, you can see we have nav as a in the form of array. We have single nav and the length of nav is 1. If I hover, you can see nav is selected. Okay. Now after that we have get elements by tag name. Here I just remove this. Get elements by tag name. Right? Tag name. Now let's say, here we go. We have two tags in our document. If I select, you can see this is selected, and if I just select to the another one, you can see this is the second one. Okay, now similarly we can select nav tag, for example nav. Now let's say, if it if we if you have nav tag, it will select the nav tag. For example, we have nav here. Okay, so this is how we can use document dot get element by tag name, class name, and id name. Okay, and we can also use document dot all, document dot document element, and so on. Hope you like this video. If you did, please subscribe my channel, share with your friend, and bye bye.